What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of 30 Minutes of Hell. I am your host, Brandon Baker, joined as always by Joey Jackson and Matt Jackson. We've got some Razorback hoops to talk about. Arkansas finally got back to having some fun in a blowout massacre over Jackson State. It's hard to have a lot of takeaways from games like this, but we'll do our best. For me, the biggest thing, honestly, is just the guys getting back to having some fun, getting some confidence built, getting some rhythms. Right, like you see some shots go through the hoop, you get to kind of make some highlight plays. Things are going your way. Like it's a good feeling, right? This isn't a game that I feel overly prepares them for much moving forward, but maybe it's a get right game that allows guys like Malik Ewan hasn't been playing a lot. He had a huge game in this game. Some guys maybe have struggled shooting a little bit. Everyone saw the ball go through the hoop. Like it's just nice to have these games every now and then to get your mojo back and like I said, just kind of get back to having fun with it again.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was. It was.
Oh, go ahead. Go
So
ahead. Go ahead. Go
I was
ahead.
just gonna say it was definitely a get right game. I completely agree with you, Brandon. It was good to see you and kind of have a good game after the slow start that we've seen. Looking at the stats, I'm thrilled with Wagner going 6 for 6, 2 for 2 from deep. We kind of talked last episode about how his shot hasn't been falling a lot lately, but yeah, just a game for them to go out and have some fun before things start getting really, really serious.
Yeah. I enjoyed watching the highlights of this game and just seeing everybody having a good time. I loved that Ewan kind of showed like what he is capable of, I guess. Of course, this is not really competition that we were going against, but still, that is like who we should be seeing or who we expected to see. I hope maybe it's a confidence booster. He got in there, he showed what he's capable of. Maybe he's like, all right, let me try to implement this against other people because he was making really solid plays. And I mean, I just wish Billy Richmond would have hit that 360.
I do feel like Ewan is the biggest takeaway for me, just as a momentum builder, right? Like, and level of competition, of course, matters. But if to this point, we've been very unsure of if it's like a mentality thing, if he's not settling into the offense right. Like, we're not really sure exactly what has caused Ewan to not perform the way we wanted him to. But if it is a confidence thing, if it is settling in, this is the type of game that could maybe build that moving forward. So seeing more from him moving forward, definitely something to watch. And we're going to get into it more, but I think we're going to need him against Duke. I mean, we recruited him to be a big part of the rotation. We're going to need him throughout the season, but against Duke especially, we'll get into that. They have a very big team, a big lineup. I think that he could be very important in this game. So maybe having this kind of fun get right game could be huge for him, even as soon as the next game.
Yeah.
So with that said, not a whole lot of other takeaways. One quick fun stat point out from this game, absolutely crazy. DJ Wagner was plus 50 in this game. You talk about him going 100% from the field,
Jeez.
plus 50. That's crazy.
Does that
And
A lot of
skew
guys
your
had,
graph from last week?
yeah, I'll have to account for that whenever we're looking at some of these numbers.
well, and Carter Knox put up his second double double of the year. That's something to note too.
Yeah.
Yeah, 17 and 10. Carter has been aggressive on the boards, and I love to see it. He picked up a foul or a couple fouls in this game doing that, like kind of overly aggressively pursuing rebounds, but I think that's okay. Like those are fouls I can live with when you're playing that kind of aggressive ball, getting after loose balls like that.
Yeah.
Um, it's good to see from Carter though. Anyways, yeah. It's hard to take a ton of big takeaways from this game, but hopefully it's
We
momentum
came in
building
and
at least.
we came in and we
Yeah.
did what we needed to do. That's all we wanted.
Yeah. I think we
Yeah.
all said like what less than 30 points was a
Mhm.
failure. And what did we do? 50 what
Four,
was it?
57 or
54,
something.
54?
54.
54. Yep. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Did what we needed to do in that type of game. So, props to them. Glad everybody had fun. Everybody got to see the court, the walk-ons get in the game. Always a good time when that happens. But now we move forward. Now the time is here for the crazy stretch of schedule. You get Out of your next 6 games, 3 of them are against top 6 teams. One of them is against number 20, Texas Tech. One of them is in Little Rock, and then the other one is just a regular home mid-major game. Like that's a pretty brutal, tough stretch of games. And it starts with, in my opinion, one of maybe the best team in the country.
As you know by now, we have teamed up with BetMGM again this season. We'll be using BetMGM lines to make all of our picks, and we will have special offers for Field of 68 fans, including same-game parlays, best-in-class live betting, and daily odds boost. If you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD to get up to a $1,500 first bet offer on your first wager with BetMGM. Here's how it works. You download the BetMGM app, you sign up using bonus code FIELD, you deposit at least $10 and place your first wager on any game, and you receive up to $1,500 in bonus bets if your bet loses. Just make sure you use that bonus code FIELD when you sign up. Make this college basketball season one for the history books. Make it legendary. And don't forget, if you haven't signed up for BetMGM yet, use bonus code FIELD and get your $1,500 first bet offer today.
They're not currently ranked number 1. I think they just were number 4 in the latest AP poll that came out this week. But I think they have as good a case as anyone to be the number 1 team in the country. I think Cameron Boozer, the better of the Boozer twins, I think he's the best player in college basketball right now. He's 6'9", 6'10", just incredibly strong, such a good rebounder, a very high IQ player that can pass the ball out of the post, can handle the ball a little bit, is shooting the ball very well. And Duke as a team just like plays really high IQ basketball. They run a lot of sets, a lot of back screens, a lot of off ball stuff, and he is the perfect centerpiece for them to do their thing and kind of dominate as a team. I Yeah, they worry me. Like we'll get into it more. I'll let you guys share your thoughts on that, but Cameron Boozer is the center of it. I truly think he's the best player in college basketball right now.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care. I don't care. Give me Arkansas all day long, baby. No, they are very, very good. I am worried about how they run their sets because of how bad we are with anything that involves a screen, because we just can't communicate from what we've seen. So maybe they finally have that figured out. Of course, Jackson State was not a good test game, I guess, to see if we do or not. We could just outplay them because we are just way more talented than them. But I hope that we have some sort of game plan, like, hey, we're only switching or we're only hedging. I can't see what we saw against Winthrop for 40 minutes.
Well, and I kind of touched on it on our last pod. Duke runs this set, and it's not just Duke. There's a lot of, from college basketball to NBA to high school. There's a lot of teams that run this type of offense, but Shire has just perfected it. And with the high IQ level of players that Duke has this year, where they can make these reads, it's really dangerous. But they have this setup where Cam Boozer's kind of the centerpiece of it, but they kind of stick to one side of the court. They run a back screen fade to the corner, and then if that's not open, they have like 3 other looks that they can go off of it, where they can set a screen and slip. And it's just like you said, Matt, we have not played backdoor cuts and pick and rolls very well. So our guys have to be mindful of what's happening. They've got to know Duke's offense like the back of their hands, and they've got to expect these things. They can't fall asleep on defense. And that's my biggest concern, because Duke's an incredible offensive team, and they will eat us up if we don't play those things well. And on the flip side of that, they're also one of the best defensive teams in the country. And I haven't seen really an elite offensive Arkansas team yet. We've seen a couple games where they've exploded, like our last game, but we haven't seen the consistency of an elite Arkansas basketball team. So going up against a defense and a team like you said, Brandon, is very big, very long. I do have some concerns on.
They have a lot of length. Their shortest player listed on their roster, on their entire roster, including walk-ons into the bench, whatever, is 6'4", Caden Boozer, the twin brother of Cam Boozer, and he comes off the bench, but he also leads the team in assists off the bench. And he has a long wingspan in his own right. And their entire starting five has a great wingspan. And Cam Boozer, we talked about how he's so strong and such a good rebounder. He's not even their starting center. They have a 7-footer starting beside him. So like we have to be, I mean, you're exactly right. That all of that makes them an elite defensive team, regardless of the high IQ. Right? Like they just have the length and the athletes to cover ground and to cover ball screens, to cover point of attack defense. Like they can do a lot of things with this roster that they've built. Um, and I think it's going to be really important. I mentioned it earlier. I think that having our bigs available and having them locked in is going to be the key in this game. I think our backcourt can go toe to toe with anyone. I think there are games where they're going to shoot 30% from the field. I get it. I think we're good enough defensively that sometimes that's okay, but it's going to boil down to, can Trevin Brazil play 32 minutes in this game and give us what we need him to give us? Can Malik Ewan and Nick Pringle both give us enough rebounding and enough defense that their front court doesn't just eat us alive? Because, I mean, Cam Boozer himself could do it, could run away with this game by himself. He's already had like a near 2020 game in college, right? Like, and then they have Patrick Gongba, who's 6'11". He's shooting over 70% from the field, having a breakout campaign with Duke this year, a perfect lob threat, and he really complements Boozer very well. And I just think that being able to match up with that, that's going to be the number one key for us, is being able to just slow that down enough to stay in the game.
I think what's really going to decide if we win this game or not is the effort our bigs have, for one, but just the overall. To be completely honest, Duke is more talented than we are. Even though we are a very, very talented team, it's Duke. They're going to get high caliber players in every single position. And we're just going to have to outplay them. I think they walk onto the court, Duke walks onto the court, and they know that they're more talented than us. But it's if we can play as a good unit, one movement, and just play our hearts out, I don't see why we can't contend with them, like, and win, honestly.
Well, let me throw this into your thought
Oh, here we
process,
go,
Matt.
Mr. Pessimist.
Let me just put on my Statman cap for a second. So I was looking at Duke's 7 games that they've played, and given that they've only played one top 25 opponent, Kansas is their only top 25 they've played. So, but we've only played one top 25 opponent as well.
Ours was better.
Um, but their averaging opponent field goal percentage is 33%. They've had one team shoot over 36% against them, and that's Kansas at 43%. I think that I'm not going to say what I think because I don't want to rile up too many feathers. But an average, like even against lower level competition like that, averaging 33% is suffocating defense, like truly suffocating. And
The lowest margin of victory they've had this year was 12 points or whatever it was. Yeah, 12 points against Kansas. They beat Texas and Kansas. Texas and Kansas by more than 12 points. Their average margin of victory right now is 37 points per game. That's the margin of victory. Yeah, their defense is unreal. Sorry, Joey, continue.
And well, I just say all that not to say that we can't do it. I just haven't seen that level of Arkansas basketball yet. And Arkansas basketball is notorious about stepping up to their competition.
All I know is the last time that we played Duke, we did not expect to even have a foot in that game. All right. And we did. Okay. So,
I mean,
go Hawks.
Arkansas has the talent to compete with anyone. We've seen it. We've said it from the beginning. It's just we've seen enough so far a few red flags, a few miscommunications, a few guys not performing the way we want them to. Like everything has to come together to beat a team like this. We're very capable of doing it. I'm not trying to sit here and say that Duke is head and shoulders above us and we shouldn't play the game. I'm just saying that this may be the toughest test on the whole schedule, regardless of SEC, regardless of anything. This may be the number one team in the country right now. I know that that's not beside their name, but I think they have a case, as much of a case for it as anyone else. So it's gonna have to come together, and Arkansas is gonna have to play better than they have played in any game so far this year to pull off the win. And they can do it, right? Like they're very capable of doing it. It's just gonna have to all come together in one game to get it done.
Yeah. I mean, I know that we always step up for the big games. So, granted, we didn't against Michigan State. So,
Hey,
but
but
we still
losing
only
by
lost by
three
three
on the road
at
at
their
Michigan
stadium.
State.
So,
I don't remember the exact number, but Tom Izzo was something like 36-1 in the month of November at home. Like
yeah. So
That's crazy.
that's not a big loss, right? Like
just
that's respectable.
just neutral site, just step up. Now's your time. Now's your time to step up. I know everybody wants to say, "Oh no, we don't have much of a chance. The Duke's so good." I give us a chance every single time. Like I said, we ain't losing another game. We ain't losing another game.
Well, and you know what's crazy is Duke follows up a generational talent like Cooper Flagg with another seemingly generational talent like Cam Boozer. Like the run that they are on right now with their skill selection is insane.
Yeah.
You know
The name
who
carries a
you
lot
know
of weight.
you know who Cam Boozer reminds me of a little bit is and not like a whole lot, I guess, but like in kind of the way he plays and the way he's just solid at everything he does. He's a little like Tim Duncan light to me. He's not like an overly explosive
Interesting.
athlete, but he's very strong. He can shoot the ball. He's leading the team in assists. Him and his brother are tied at 4 assists per game. Just an elite rebounder, anchors their defense. Like a lot of similarities, I think, to that like Tim Duncan type role.
That's
They're
a good
not quite the
comparison.
same player. That's not what I'm saying, but that's the role that he plays on this Duke squad. Uh, some other guys to keep an eye on as well. We talked about how dangerous Duke is, running their sets, guys running off balls, off screens, everything. Isaiah Evans has one of the smoothest jump shots I think I've ever seen. He's going to be good in college and going to be good at the next level. He's shooting like 36-ish% from three right now, a 6'6" sophomore. He is the focal point of a lot of their sets that they run. Even if he's not the one that's supposed to get the ball, he has such a gravity on the defense when he's coming off of screens that it allows them to slip, allows them to get in the paint. Definitely a guy that Arkansas can't lose track of. Overall, I think they have 6 players currently averaging at least three three-point attempts per game and shooting at least 35% on those attempts. So they are a very good shooting team overall. Caleb Foster is another one of those guys. He's technically their starting point guard, 6'5" guard, uh, good rebounder for his size. Another guy with length that can defend the point of attack, shooting the ball well, shooting 46% right now. They just have a lot of weapons. And I think more importantly, they have a lot of defensive weapons that can really just kind of give us trouble. Because I think that even if we can be on our A game defensively and be fine against pretty much anybody, I think we have the talent, we have the length, we have the guys that come in and give the effort, like Billy Richmond and Malik Thomas. Like we can do that. We just also have to score and keep up with it. The Duke on the offensive side of the ball, I think, is way ahead of where we are on the offensive side of the ball to this point. It can come together. I think we've seen the flashes of offense that Arkansas has, but I think that's where we could fall behind. I don't want to be digging out of a hole early. I can see a world where Duke jumps on us by 8 points in the first 5 minutes, and then it's an uphill battle for the rest of the game. And I'm worried about that.
I mean, that's what happened last Thanksgiving, you know, against
Yeah, Illinois. Yeah,
Illinois. But it just got to have the effort. Our bigs are going to be crucial. I can't have Brazil getting 3 fouls in
exactly.
the first half. I can't have Pringle doing that
Pringle.
either.
Hmm.
And I think underrated key to this game is going to be Carter Knox. I think
Absolutely.
he's got it. I want another double double from him. I mean, you just have to um, have that, and I need A Cuff to be quick. as
With
well.
the
I
way
mean,
with the way we've been playing lately, I think it's almost inevitable that we're going to see some Carter Knox on Cam Boozer matchups. I don't think that we're going to have two of our three bigs in all the time throughout this game. I think that we're going to get some Knox on Boozer, and that's Knox is strong. Like he's a big dude, but he's not 6'10" number one draft pick type strong, right? Like that's going to be a key matchup. So
yeah,
I love the call out, Matt.
yeah, and shoot, just I don't know, win, please, make me happy,
All right, give me a score prediction. How do we feel this game ends?
Joe.
I'll
You
start with it.
okay?
I think Arkansas can win. I think they will hold it close, but for the first time this year, am actually predicting a loss. I think we lose like 81-75.
Joey, you want to go next?
I'm also predicting a loss, unfortunately. I I think it'll probably be more like 87 to 76, 75 maybe.
Okay, you know, I'm definitely not predicting a loss just because it's against my moral code. But I will say it could probably go either way. I think this is going to be the score either way. But I'm predicting Arkansas to take it. I am going to say it will
Arkansas
be
90, Duke 0. Am I right?
exactly. So I am going to say 87 to 83. Arkansas win it.
I
I
like it.
hope you're right.
I better
I like it.
be. The vibe is underdog. I'm feeling good about it.
You know what I want to see, since we wanted to move on to score predictions, is
Oh, I'm sorry.
I want to see Acuff stop settling. He is
Yeah.
not attacking the rim like he should be. He's so quick. He could live at the rim, and he's such a great finisher. And he's settling for jumpers, settling for threes, and I want to see him attack the cup. I want to see him get to the line. I like he could easily average 14 a game just by driving, getting foul calls, and finishing around the paint. Like he doesn't have to shoot jumpers. And I want to see him get to the rack this game.
He's been too nonchalant for me. I mean, you guys know I was the leader of the Darius Seika fan club. I still think he may be the most talented overall player on the team. Maybe Malik Thomas is really maybe changing my mind, but um, I don't know. He almost has that like Kawhi Leonard mentality sometimes of just like he has no emotion, he has no urgency, he has no, and he's not Kawhi Leonard good to do it that way. Like
Mhm.
he still needs to have the sense of urgency and get in the paint and make things happen. He can't, too often he's coming down the court and slowing things down so that we can get into a pick and roll, or he's just kind of walking it up the court, looking at trying to set up the offense. Like just go, man. Like you have the talent and the speed and the skill to blow past some of these dudes and make things happen.
And my worry with him was that he was gonna throw up too many shots. Like he was gonna be the guy that tries to take over. And it's now I'm like, come on, like take some more shots, take some looks at the rim.
And
He
exactly, it's not really the total shots; it's the type of shots, right? Like you
yes.
said it, he's settling for jumpers too much because he did take 9 shots in the last game when that was like the led the team in shots because it was so spread out, but most
Hmm.
of them were threes. And like
Yep.
he can shoot threes, that's fine, but get in the paint too.
Yeah.
You can do
Well,
it.
well, he came in as not going to be a good, like a crazy good 3-point shooter. Like he was
Right.
supposed to be the guy to move the ball around and get to the rack, but instead he is one of our best shooters, but
Yeah.
he wasn't expected to be.
Right. Okay, now that we're done with our entire analysis, give me score prediction. No, I'm just kidding. Um,
I was like, wait, did you just forget what? Thought Brandon was having a stroke.
No. All right. This game does come on Thanksgiving Day, 7 p.m. in Chicago. Big prime time marquee matchup. It's going to be fun. Because of that, though, we want to close out today's podcast with a little Thanksgiving theme and come up with something that we are thankful for to do with Razorback basketball this season, or in general. It doesn't have to be this season, I suppose, but something you're thankful for this year.
I'm thankful for Trevin Brazil playing
Trevor Brazile.
great basketball.
I love it. Yeah. We wouldn't be here without Trevor Brazil playing the way he's playing.
What are you laughing at, Matt?
It was just so sincere. I love it.
Hey, he's playing phenomenal this year. It's what we've been asking from him for 3 years now. He's finally like confident in his abilities, and I think it's going to carry us a long ways this season. I genuinely do.
Well, I'm going to be very sentimental. I am thankful that Razorback basketball has brought us together for another season of 30 Minutes of Hell.
Pig
Big
suey.
Big Suey. All right. That's a good
Brendan.
one. I, in the midst of this ridiculously drawn out and sporadic football coaching search, am very thankful that we have John Calipari as our head basketball coach.
Amen.
Because
That's
if
right.
we were doing this on both sports, I don't think that we'd be able to handle it. Say what you will about John Calipari, his age, his recent tournament success. I don't care. He is still a great basketball coach, and I am very thankful that he is our great basketball coach.
Amen to that. Now, before we close out, Matt, what did you call the Duke earlier today?
The Duke Poo Devils.
Yeah, the Hogs going off vibes alone. The Hogs can't lose to the Pooh Devils.
You can't lose to the Poo Devils.
Not the puke poo devils.
When we lose by 30, I'm not doing
We're
this
clipping this.
podcast. There will be
Someone's
only
clipping
two.
this. Yeah. All right. Yeah. So, like we said, this game's coming to you on Thanksgiving Day. We've got a heck of a schedule coming up. I'm really hopeful that the Hogs can get some good quality wins in this stretch, but it all starts here. It could really set the tone for the season if they play well in this one. So I'm really excited about this big marquee matchup. But that's all we've got for you guys today. Quick reminder, we are brought to you by the Field of 68 Podcast Network. You can find us on YouTube, Twitter, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your stuff. Please like, subscribe, retweet, leave a review, share with a friend. It really helps us out. We really appreciate it, especially if you like the content that we're bringing. We're excited to be back for another season, like Matt said, bringing you guys more content for this year. Until next time, though, I've been your host, Brandon Baker, joined as always by Joey Jackson and Matt Jackson. And as